Hello everybody and welcome to Beepbox Theory with your host, Beep. We will examine one event in the community and change that event. For the first episode of this series, we will be asking, what would happen if Shaktool never made 8-channel beatbox? We won't go into why he wouldn't do it, maybe he didn't have time or didn't like the idea, but we'll just say for now that he just didn't make it. This would obviously change a lot, but we need to start small. The most easy to find effects are the effects that this would have on modded beatbox. The modded beatbox spring update was made to change modbox into 8-channel in the biggest modbox update. Without 8-channel, Dare wouldn't have the drive to create the spring update, so we no longer have modbox 3.0. Not everything is lost from modbox, however. Before 8-channel, some things were already being suggested, like the color drop-down box. We end up still having themes, but losing things like advanced settings, octave offset, fades, harmony, and anything else created in 3.0. We might even get some things. Before 8-channel, some interesting ideas were being planned before modbox stopped being developed for a month. We might be able to see things like bass and tempo changes coming before 3.0. This is even supported by the wiki, which confirms that tempo changes would be before 3.0, before 8-channel was released. Another thing to consider is that one of the hypergeeks at the time, Sylphic, was trying to make his own 8-channel system. It stands to reason that, if Shaktool didn't make it first, he would have made it eventually, and he might not have left because of this endeavor. Clearly, modbox 8-channel would be a bit more primitive than we see now, but it would be a staple achievement of modbox, similar to the way that we saw 5-channel in modbox 2.0. Sandbox, and all the other beatbox bots for that matter, would be mostly swept aside, because Sandbox was popular only after Shaktool made 8-channel. In this alternate world, only modbox has 8 channels, so Sandbox has none of this theme that we have today. Now, this is the point at which the theory splits into two ways. Either Shaktool adopts the 8 channels of modded beatbox, or Shaktool makes FM, like we see today. If we assume Shaktool simply copies the 8 channels from modded beatbox, then we end up with a less developed version of 8-channel beatbox. We would likely also miss out on the custom harmony in this update, but it isn't too unrealistic to expect it to come later, maybe in the FM update. If Shaktool made FM soon afterwards, then modbox would have to stop like it did when 8-channel came out for the first time. Since we weren't trained to handle with beatbox updates ever since 1.4, it's likely that modbox just won't respawn and it'd stop updating until someone does something. This is around summer in this theory, so we won't be waiting as long for FM modbox to come out, but we might actually get another 3.0 update with FM, similar to our real-world 8-channel update. In conclusion, let's run over what we keep, gain, and lose for a second here. We would keep everything in modbox made before modbox 2.3, plus themes. We would gain bass and possibly even tempo changes, and we would lose everything in modbox 3.0. Sylphic would make 8-channel modbox, and we would lose the prevalence of Sandbox. This demonstrates the influence that 8-channel beatbox has on modbox and the community as a whole. Well, that's a wrap.